And we're on. Welcome back to Fangame Marathon. This is TimeLink we've got here with the next run, which is Paper Mario Tower of Trials. Take it.
Alright! Thank you. Hello! Welcome. This is Paper Mario Tower of Trials, as was said. This is a ROM hack of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door for the GameCube by JDacer64. And yeah, this is going to turn the game on its head a little. This isn't a normal edited campaign or anything. This turns the game into a roguelike mode, which is going to be very interesting.
Alright, I suppose you will want to get started here, so do the countdown, we can get started.
Hold on. I still need, there's some things I would like to cover before the run starts. There's, first of all, you have your little hub area here. You're in Petalburg, you have a couple shops, helpful NPCs and stuff where you return after every run. There's a couple cosmetic things you can change before the run. I've already set them appropriately. This game offers a lot of little things for you to unlock. There's a built-in achievement system and everything. I've spent well over 100 hours on this. I selected this palette for today for Mario because it's based on JDacer's favorite Pokemon, and I think it's a cool thing. You can also select a variety of Yoshi palettes that can show up in the tower, including many custom ones. You can change the sound effects made by attacking and such and such. There's more stuff I'll show off if I happen to roll and significantly underestimate. The category for this is going to be Gloomtail. And we're going to do a random seed showcase. I won't be going that much for speed. I'll try and show off a lot of the changes that were made in the hack. And, yeah, all that good stuff. I have a lot of explaining to do. Gloomtail is basically the middle difficulty between Hooktail, which is half the length, and EX difficulty, which is really difficult. So, this is the one we use. And, yeah, I'm ready to get started here now. I can give a countdown if ready.
Yeah, you know it's a good game when you can spend an entire hour setting up things before actually starting the run, so let's see how many things we get to see.
Right, it's going to be exciting. I have no idea what's ahead. Random seed is very volatile, which is why I gave myself a pretty generous estimate. Let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, room 1 is always going to be a random starting partner. It looks like in this case we have Bobbery, which is pretty good. Any of the 7 vanilla starting partners, or partners can be in there. So the way this is set up, we have 64 floors, as is indicated by the category. And it's basically segmented into pieces of 8. Good start piece at the start. So we have 6 combat floors, where we fight a random encounter of enemies. We have 1 shop/rest floor, and then we have a mid-boss floor. Okay, that's good. Sure, why not? Let's take the Yoshi Kid. So every 8 floor is a mid-boss floor where we will fight an enemy that has 6 times the health of a normal enemy. Has way more attack and can call in minions, but we'll talk more about that when we actually get there. For now, let's see. What do we have to talk about? This hack makes many changes to the combat system to spice it up. There's a lot of balancing changes from what you know from vanilla. There's a lot of little helpful things. What do I even cover first? I don't even know where to begin. Vivian's not that good, unfortunately. I'll pass her up for now, especially because we actually have a limited partner selection, or in partner inventory. I don't know what the best word to describe it would be, but basically in Gloomtail Tower you can only carry 4 partners out of 7, and I'm absolutely looking for Coops. And then the last slot is basically gonna be whatever I happen to find. I'm hoping for it to be Flurry, ideally. Flurry has a couple of cool new things that I want to show off. Yeah, for those who haven't played Paper Mario before, it's Turn-based combat, Mario can attack, partner can attack. HP is shown at the top, FP is shown at the top, which is basically a resource you can use to make your attacks stronger. This hack also adds a level system to all attacks. You saw earlier I collected a star piece, which raised the level of, I think it was jump by 1. That's the maximum level that I can go to using that move. You'll be able to see right here, I'll actually need to do this. I can like toggle between the various levels of jump. And higher level usually just means more attack. It can have slight extra effects like added chance for extra move effects, like if something has a chance to cause freeze or something, then the chance will be higher. And sometimes it like adds AoE and stuff, but usually it's just extra attack. And the higher level you take, on selection, the more FP it'll cost. So even jump, which normally costs nothing, costs 2 FP on level 2 and 4 FP on level 3. So this is a slightly unfortunate encounter for Yoshi Kid. I'd have to spend FP to do anything with him here. So I think I'll just... What's my starting inventory? Oh, we have a live stream and a boost here. That's really nice. Probably just defend with him. There's a lot of ground to cover as far as explanations go within the first half of the run. This is probably the best half for explaining because the encounters are still very easy and lenient. You can one turn many encounters presented to you. If at any point I happen to gloss over something, like, there's a lot of changes in this hack. If there's anything you want to explain, if there's anything you think I didn't cover well enough, then feel free to ask. Nice. Yeah, so level. I didn't cover it fully, but basically, every party member's basic moves start with level 2 unlocked, like jump and hammer start with level 2 unlocked, ground pound on Yoshi, bomb on Bobbery, etc, etc. Other moves, in order to obtain higher levels, or actually being able to use them, you need star pieces or shine sprites. Star pieces will raise the level of a random move, where shine sprites give you a selection of free that you can choose from. But it'll only give you a single one, whereas you can obtain multiple star pieces from a single chest. Usually star pieces, like star piece chests, actually end up being more worthwhile. Most moves can be raised up to level 3. There's some moves that are only go up to level 2. That's usually like the more special moves. Things like Veil or you know, anything that's not like a... most things that aren't like a combat move. What do we get here? Fire Drive. Oh, wow! Okay, Fire Drive instantly went to level 3. That's pretty cracked, actually. That's gonna be really helpful later. Ooh, I really want both of these, but I don't have enough money for both. So now... I think the correct call here is P up, D down. We're probably going to run into Spike Shield later, but there's basically no limit to how much attack we can benefit from. My inventory was full otherwise. Do I have use for a shooting star? I should probably take it with me. Yeah, this is the 7th floor, so we have the option to use the heal block here for a good chunk of money, and we have the option to buy some stuff from the shop. There's also a special NPC. This is the mover. He can sell you keys that let you skip either a cheap key, which lets you skip any non-mid-boss encounter, or an expensive key, which lets you skip any chamber, including, for instance, this one. This is going to be our first mid-boss encounter. Oh, maybe? I wonder. Can I one-turn this guy? I think yes. Yes! Okay, so here's the thing about mid-bosses. You really want mid-bosses, like the species of mid-bosses randomly generated on every run. You really want mid-bosses to roll enemies with a low base HP. Because, you know, the HP multiplier is 6 times on the mid-boss. Yeah, I was able to just easily one-turn that guy. That probably won't be happening for most future fights, but that was very nice. Every 8 floors after the mid-boss, you also get a chance to save, which I usually wouldn't be doing, but I will be doing because we're in a marathon here. And I would like to finish the run if possible. It does get really rough later on. I'll take any chances I get to save. The estimate kind of accounts for 1 big death on a mid-boss. Alright, you'll have seen that enemies are always holding items in battle. Enemies holding items is something that was possible in vanilla, but it's... Here, every single enemy is guaranteed to hold a random item. Enemies can hold nearly any item in the game, actually. I don't really need this. I always just pick up items out of instinct. Power bombs could be really useful later. They can hold random badges or random consumable items. They can make use of most of them, actually. If an enemy holds a badge, for instance, then it works basically how you would expect. Like, this guy holding a power plus P has 1 higher attack than a normal swooper would. If an enemy is holding a defend plus or a P down D up, they have 1 more defense. If an enemy has a lucky day, they have a 25% chance to randomly avoid attacks. As unpleasant as that is. They can also use consumable items. They cannot use items that are exclusively FP regioning because they have no use for FP, but they can use HP items, and they can also use things like this Thunderbolt right here, for instance. They could attack me with it. They can even use HP healing items on an ally. Like, if an enemy at full HP with an healing item sees that an ally is on low health, then they can use him. You can actually use this to your advantage sometimes. Because the AI is extremely likely to use healing items if anyone in the battle is in need of healing, so you can plan around that. But yeah, there's a couple of really nasty items that you always want to be watching out for if enemies are holding them. I don't really need this. The most dangerous items are definitely the Ice Storm, the Sleepy Sheep, and the Stopwatch. The Stopwatch is like the most dangerous. I see an enemy holding a Stopwatch, it's going to be my first priority taking it out. All of these items inflict very, very bad status effects. So you really want to be getting rid of them as soon as possible. No one's holding anything too bad here. I always like to quick scan of the items first before deciding on a course of action. There's more enemies. Getting stage hazards, man. Yeah, this guy's gonna use the Voltrum, which is actually a little... I'm trying to think. Is this gonna work out? I guess... I'll have to use Bomb level 2 in order to actually get the kill, because I think Bobbery starts with free base attack. So Bomb level 1 wouldn't actually kill this guy. But I couldn't do it the other way around, because Bobbery wouldn't have killed the beetle. I'll take the HP up. Get some safety in here. After every encounter, you'll get a random set of chests. The amount of chests you'll get is based on how difficult the encounter was, so like, it factors in number of enemies and their average strength. Like, it's going to give you way more for a Koopa Troll than it is for a Goomba. And yeah, the reward contents are completely random. There is You can get, as far as stat ups goes, you can get HP up for Mario, 5. You can get HP up for the partners, which the amount actually varies based on the partner. You have more bulky ones like Bobbery that gain more and start with more as well. And then you have ones like Koops that are more frail and start with less and gain less. You can get 5 extra FP and 5 extra BP. In vanilla you actually got 3 per level up, but here it's 5. It's quite generous, but it still doesn't feel like you have enough BP at any point. I can guarantee you that. PFD down is paying off a lot here. I can strategically use bomb level 2 here to end this. Right now we're definitely cruising, but it's always like this in the early floors, and the later floors really, really catch on. It's going to become a lot harder. I'm getting some good BP for when I actually get badges. I would like a little more FP, but you can't have everything at once. Sure. Let's see what we have here. These are some good badges, but yeah. There's one NPC that allows you to sell items for some coins, but he's not here right now, so I'll have to take something else. I could buy this Lucky Day P, but I'm actually gonna buy Return Postage. You might remember this being a terrible badge in Vanilla, because you get it super late, and it's also super expensive. But it's been adjusted quite a bit. And I actually have the BP to equip everything, so it's now 5 BP instead of 7, and it actually sends full damage back at the attacker in case of contact attacks, which is really, really nice. This is actually going to help out a lot on the later floors, because eventually the enemies are going to start dealing like 10 damage at once, and we're going to send all that back. Let's see what we can do here. So this guy has a little more HP. I won't be able to one-turn him. So let's see what he does. He can summon some minions. He can attack normally. Well, he could use his item if he wasn't holding a badge, which actually does nothing for him. So he just to summon minions. This should kill him, I think. Always gotta be doing some damage calculations in my head. I think this doesn't kill, but now that we're down to minions, actually it does. All is fine and dandy. Usually, obviously, you want to take out the big mid boss first. I don't know if I have the coins to heal here. I think I spent a lot on the previous floor. You get a heal block after the mid boss too, and it's actually half as expensive as the one you get before. So if you can like tough it out until then, you can have more coins. Nice. Quake Hammer is very good. Yeah, this one's only 15, okay. Yeah, in terms of other rewards, you can get assorted random badges from the chests. You can get star pieces for to unlock additional levels, as I've mentioned earlier. I don't have Spike Shield, but I did just get Quake Hammer, so that's good. And yeah, you can get additional jump and hammer moves, which were... In the vanilla game, these were badges you had to equip, and now they're just kind of added to your arsenal when you get one of these chests. Yeah. Quick Hammer is nice because it knocks over a lot of enemy types, such as Koopa Trolls. I will probably eat this Thunder Rage, unfortunately. That's a little annoying too. Oh no, wow, okay. Enemies are extremely likely, like 80% or something, to use their item if they have one. And they can actually use it. So that's pretty good. Ow. If I really wanted to be optimal, I probably should have used the Sweet Treat there to heal up a little. Star Power has been changed slightly in how it works. I'll just eat this on the spot to gain some HP back. It doesn't carry over between battles, is like the most important thing. You start every battle at 0 Star Power, and you have to start gaining it. So there's no turn 1 Supernovas for 15 damage anymore. But some aspects have been made nicer. For one, you actually have a whole display right there. It tells you precisely how much star energy you have. The best course of action here. Probably Quake Hammer. Yeah, and additionally, in order to help you gain star power a little, the stage hazard caused the bomb to go off! Oh man. To help you gain star power a little, there's... I'll just eat this on the spot too, why not? There's something called Pity Star Power, where every time you take an attack, you gain star power based on how much damage you've taken. It's not a lot starting out, but it actually ends up getting to the point in like the 40s, 50s, 60s where eating a good attack will give you like 2 or 3 bars of star power, which is kind of ridiculous. You can obviously still gain star power by just attacking and using stylish moves, but the formula has been changed slightly so it's not quite as efficient. I think I can kill this guy. Oh, the Poison Shroom Bingo. There's also been some new badges added to make up for the difference in how star power works. There's Pity Star and Pity Star P, which increase the amount of Pity Star power that Mario or partner gain on being hit. And there's Superstar, which actually does give you a slight amount of star power to start each fight with, although that one's quite expensive, and also seemingly pretty rare. I almost never have it on. In general, this hack brings a lot of unused badges and unused items back into the game, makes them fully functional, and it adds things that are more or less missing from the vanilla game, like a lot of badges didn't have a partner variant. So like All or Nothing, for instance, didn't have an All or Nothing P, which only worked for the partner. But that's in here now, or Pity Flower, or FP Drain, whatever it is. I really want Sweet Treat at higher levels for later, so I'll take that. Shady Koopas are a little dangerous. These guys are actually most dangerous when they're flipped over, because then they gain party attacking move. These guys, if there's several, you might not actually want to leave them all flipped over like normal Koopas. Oh wow, a rare stage hazard that hits the enemy. Let's kill this guy first. Oh yeah, in addition to HP, as you'll see below the enemies, when the turn resumes, right there, attack and defense are constantly shown. This is a new function of Tattle. It permanently reveals those things for you for every enemy you've tattled. I have a full tattle log, of course, so it's going to show up on every enemy, and it's really, really nice to keep track of mostly enemies' defensive stats, but knowing an enemy's attack can also help you judge certain things way better. It also does factor in like changes in enemy attack and defense if they like charge up or climb up into their shell, or I don't know. If you use like a defensive down move like power jump on an enemy that has defense, it will be reflected in the little tooltip. I don't think it actually accounts for defense plus and such. Yeah, it's still showing a 0 defense. Or no, I think it's the Elite Axe Knot. I think this is like on top of the 2 defenses. This is actually a lot of defense. I'm going to power jump this guy. A lot of badges have been reworked, or a lot of moves have been reworked as well. Some have been merged. Jesus Christ. Some have been merged in their functions, and others have just been given a complete makeover. Power jump, for instance, is now it's 2 stronger than jump level 1, and it has a pretty good chance of giving the enemy a defense down. It's basically 100% on normal enemies. On mid bosses, it's slightly less. Still very, very good. It's grown to be one of my favorite badges, actually. One of my favorite new moves to pick up when I see a jump chest. It's 40 to pay for the heal, just quite a bit. Ooh, Lucky Start. Oh, there's some really good badges here. I'll take Lucky Start. I really like Lucky Start. And I'll pay for the Strawberry Kick to heal up as well. Because I do want to take a heal in this room. Oh yeah, basic item capacity is 6. Not 10, not 15. It's 6. But this item right here, the Strange Sack, lets you carry more. It increases the capacity by 2 per. I'll hold on to my coins for now. Lumpy can, like... You can entrust your coins to Lumpy, and he can come... There's a chance he'll come back later and pay you double, but... right now I don't really think it's worth. I didn't equip my new badges, whoops. Use at least 8 FP, sure. But yeah, sometimes conditions may show up, like in the Glitz Pit. And if I fulfill them, I get an extra little reward. Usually a random little item, some consumable, or very often star pieces as well. This very nice. I want to attack the big one with Bobbery. So I'll take this guy out with Mario, because Explosion is actually +1 damage against Embers. Okay, cool. Maybe useful for a heal at the end of the fight. Yeah, you start the game with 3 bars of star power, and you start with Sweet Treat and Earth Tremor. Everything else you have to find in chests as well. Do I have Earth Tremor level 2 unlocked, come to think of it? I don't. This is a little unfortunate, because Earth Tremor level 2 could kill the flames here. I'll just have to keep doing what I was already doing. Yeah, as mentioned, a lot of moves underwent balance changes in this. Star power moves definitely got hit the most significantly. Most star moves... Wow, what the hell? Okay. Most star power moves, their level 1 variant in this hack is actually weaker than it was in the vanilla game. It was balanced such that the level 1 variant is weaker than vanilla, the level 2 variant is vanilla, and the level 3 variant is stronger than vanilla. Sure, I don't even really need to heal up because of the flower bingo. So like Earth Tremor, for instance, deals 4 AoE damage on level 1, 6 AoE damage on level 2, and 8 AoE damage on level 3. That's why I was looking for Earth Tremor level 2 right there. These all kind of suck. But I really don't want Malice clogging my last partner slot, ideally, so... let's equip Lucky Start. And... let's get this in here as well. A lot of badge costs have also been reworked. Which is very nice. Usually you're in your favor. Quick Change has also been entirely reworked in that, oh, there's a big HP spike here. This fine. Quick Change now actually takes FP to swap a partner. Increasing for every swap you do in the battle, capping at 3. But in exchange, it's no longer a ridiculous 7 badge points. It's like 3 or 4? So it's, you know, it's a bit of a trade-off. Ow. You've probably been seeing this entire time that, occasionally enemies will try to attack me and then Mar just does like a little pirouette with a star flying out and you get a very satisfying little sound effect and he takes 0 damage. There's 2 ways of dealing with enemy attacks in this game. The first is just called the regular guard. You press up to 8 frames before impact of an enemy attack and Mario will receive 1 damage less. Which is great and all, but that's not a lot for the later stages of the tower. Or you press B up to 3 frames before impact of the attack, so the window is a lot tighter. It's 1/20th of a second. But Mario will fully negate any damage taken, and if the attack was a direct attack, he'll even send 1 damage back at the attacker. So it really pays to learn the super guard timings on a lot of enemy attacks. Oh, this is a stacked encounter, hold on. These guys are holding 2 very dangerous items. I don't have any good partner AoE though, do I? I do have the shooting star. Let's do this. I need to get rid of the Boo and the X-Naught, because the Sleepy Sheep and the Koopa Curse are very dangerous. Sleepy Sheep causes both party members to fall asleep, and I think it's like 3 turns or something that the enemies could in theory just get to attack you. You have a chance of waking up with every hit you take, but it's only a chance, so... it's not very pleasant. And the Koopa Curse inflicts slow, which means I only get to take a turn every 2nd turn that the enemies take. I don't have a way to attack this guy, do I? Let's need to take this attack. See if I can super guard it. Nope. Oh, but Mario did dodgy it thanks to Lucky Star. Dodgy gives a random... I don't know what the percentage is, but it gives a random slight chance to evade enemy attacks. Lucky Star either gives dodgy, electrified, which makes the enemies take damage on contact, slight HP regen or slight FP regen at the start of each battle. I actually have more badge points that I can really use right now. I don't have any good moves unlocked yet, so I'll take the coins. But yeah, to finish the first plot, Super Guarding is incredibly powerful, because it can reduce any amount of damage down to 0 if you just hit that 3-frame window. The discrepancy between normal guarding and super guarding becomes incredibly large. Normal guarding is just not worth it at a later point in the run. Like, past the halfway point, normal guards won't do you much. Which is kind of unfortunate, as far as balance goes. There's a lot of enemies even I can super guard consistently. There's a lot that I can, but... There's a lot that I'll have to come up with different strats for. Yeah, that little pirouette thingy. Every time you see that, that's 1/20th of a second. In theory, HP upgrades and like defense upgrades are completely worthless because, you know, you get to super guard the attack. In practice, it's a little different, at least for me. I'm really looking for Flurry. Although, honestly... I could have taken Vivian for Veil, because it's really helpful against the boss. Surely it'll be fine. They're both carrying a defend plus. It's a little annoying. The Koopa's not much of a threat. The Piranha plant. Lightly so. You know what? For the fans. Bomb Squad hasn't been buffed significantly. In fact, you could say it's received a nerf. Because Bomb Squad level 1 fires 2 bombs instead of 3. But for the fans, Bomb Squad combos with Fire Drive. So you can like set down bombs from Bomb Squad and then attack them with Fire Drive and then it'll set them off prematurely. There's an achievement in the game for doing so. It's quite funny. Burn status has also been reworked to be more like Pokemon Burn, I guess. In addition to being 1 damage over time, each turn, it also decreases the enemy's attack by 1. Or my attack if I'm burned. The Fire Drive is very handy utility on top of being good defense piercing AoE. Most other status effects have been reworked too. Frozen now sets itself apart from Sleep by... that's Sleepy Sheep. Hold on, I need to Quake Hammer this. Frozen will instantly break upon being attacked. And the breaking hit will deal double damage as well. So, it becomes a really good status condition to inflict on enemies, even though it's a rare. But being inflicted with freeze yourself is really, really bad. You're going to take a lot of damage. You never want to be in that situation. That's why the Ice Storm is so dangerous. If an enemy happens to be holding it. He wants to give me Miss Mouse, but I don't really want to be getting Miss Mouse. She's alright. With the rework, she's a bit better than a vanilla, but still nothing to write home about. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're almost at the halfway point. I had a run die to 32 earlier. It's not very cool. I will take the heal block before the mid boss. The mid boss on 32 is always set. This one isn't a random empowered enemy. We'll see what it is in a moment. It's a little dangerous because it can inflict stop status. Stop status is like the worst one of them all. Because stop just leaves you completely immobile for usually 2 turns, and there's nothing you can do about it. It will not wear off prematurely. You would have to cure it with your partner or something. If both of you are stopped, you can probably say goodbye to your run. You're just a sitting duck for several turns. So, you know, try to avoid that from happening. I was hoping for a different move, actually. But Bob Mask is still quite good. It's good AoE to have. Actually, do I have something cheaper for just healing FP? Could buy the Jam Jelly for 25 and that would basically have the same effect. Ice Power is here. Quick Change! Ooh. Yeah, let's see. I think it's gonna be Jam Jelly Quick Change. So now I can change partners at will. Pretty nice. I mean, it costs FP, but that's usually not a high price to pay. I will equip the Defend plus P as well. I guess I have one for Last Stand, sure. Okay, so, let's see. Go open with. Probably Yoshi Kid. Let's see if this goes better than in the previous run. I do have that boost sheet, which I might just want to use for maximum safety. Because this guy, this is Atomic Boot. This is an optional mid-boss in the vanilla game. He's been buffed a little. And he has an Ultra Shroom. He damaged at least 4 times. This guy can inflict stop status, as I've mentioned. He's quite dangerous. He's probably going to use the Ultra Shroom early on, actually. There's not much point in me doing much. I will use this. Actually, yeah, I'll use the Slow Shroom. Why not? This is my best use case for it. And now I'm just kind of banking for him to spend his turn using that Ultra Shroom. Yeah. Okay, so now we can start attacking. I'm going to give the hot sauce to Yoshi and use Egg Barrage. I think I have level 3 unlocked even. Yeah, this is a really powerful move. This is a new move, by the way. I didn't even talk about that yet. But every partner has gained 2 moves. It was a little less than I expected, but... Oh, that's fine. Okay, that move is the dangerous one. It can inflict stop. If it does, you better pray to high heaven that you make it out alive. Let's see. Let's try seeing how much ground pound does. Oh, that's a lot more. Wait, that scales a lot better with hot sauce than Egg Barrage. Huh. Okay. Okay, so now he's charging up for, like, his ultimate attack, but we should be able to kill him right here. He doesn't have any defense, so... Oh, no! No! Uh-oh. Okay, Mario only has 15 HP. I'm not chancing anything. This is Fog. This is my worst enemy. Fog is a random stage hazard that increases everyone's evasion by 50%. So I could have just easily missed the ground pound there and been sitting up for the ultimate attack. And obviously, like, it missed Yoshi Kid right there as well, so it was fine, but that was by no means guaranteed. Fog is like the worst stage hazard. Stage hazards are random occurrences on the battlefield that spice things up a little. Usually, like, the stage backdrop will fall and damage everyone. You've seen, like, sometimes a bucket falls and causes confusion. Sometimes dizzy, sometimes... There's all kinds of effects, like, freeze and burn can also be triggered by random stage hazards. They're quite nasty. But the worst one of them all is Fog. My last finished practice run, I got trolled by stage hazards incredibly hard. It was not a good time. It can work out into your advantage sometimes, but it is very rare. See, that right there could have inflicted Dizzy, I think. Okay, the Koopa's probably gonna use the Life Shroom, not for its intended purpose, but... Enemies tend to, like, use Life Shrooms as 10 HP heals. They can use them for their intended purpose as well if you kill them fast enough. That's not what we want to see. I think I'm going to take this turn here to Sweet Treat up, actually. I need both HP and FP. But I unfortunately don't seem to have quite enough for level 2. Actually, I can just, I can immobilize this guy. Nothing's left in the battle. So here's the first of many Sweet Treats. Sweet Treat is really, really good because it's easily replenishable healing. And it scales quite well. I mentioned earlier how some moves are weaker than in vanilla at their base level. This is not one of them. Switchy level 1 is up to 8 HP for both party members and 8 FP. Level 2 is 12 on each, and level 3 is 16 on each. Which is quite good for being usable with a replenishable resource like Star Power. So, I expect we're gonna be using it quite a bit. in the 50s, you basically constantly use it. Okay. Star piece, that's good. What do we have? Hooray! A round of applause for Bomb Squad. Okay. Now things get more dangerous. So we've hit the halfway mark now. Now things get significantly more dangerous. Oh, goody. Okay. So this is a whole ordeal and a half. I don't have anything that causes damage here. I don't have anything to knock over the Koopa Troll here either. I think my best guess, I think Sheltaw's level 2 would kill. No, I'm wrong. They all have attack -1, so that's nice, but ow. Uh-oh. Here, that's fine. What I have? I still only have Earth Terminal level 1. This should serve me well, hopefully. Oh, it doesn't kill the Hammer Bro in the back. That's really bad. That's really bad. That guy needs to die. that guy needs to die or I'm not living the turn. I think... I'm just gonna make sure he dies. No thinking here. So, anything that has Bro in the name, Hammer Bros, Boomerang Bros, Fire Bros, they grow exponentially more dangerous if you leave them alive at low HP. They start firing significantly more projectiles. It is extremely unpleasant. You do not want to have that happen. You want to be playing careful with them at all costs. That's why I was like thinking so hard about what to do. I'm going to take the... Oh. You got out, but... I didn't equip Spike Shield. I have the badge, but I didn't equip it. I'm a fool. Oh, I... That's right. Whatever, just use the strawberry cake, I guess. I need a FP back. I was thinking about sweet trading, but let's just do this. 15's fine. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Reminder to myself to equip Spike Shield after this battle. I got it after the Atomic Blue fight, I think. I wouldn't mind a little extra HP on Mario at this point. But speaking of which, like my pleas were heard. Need to find anything to unequip. I actually really want Feeling Fine. Like, it's not a badge I commonly use, but it actually prevents Mario from gaining any negative status effects. So it does completely protect him against Stop or Freeze or anything like that, which is really good. Especially for a setting like this. Okay, it's a boo party over here. Egg Barrage is not very good if there's multiple enemies on the field. I'll take the opportunity to deal with this guy. Boos do just have a chance to just waste their turn doing nothing like that. Pretty funny. That guy's invincible right now. Can't do much against him. But I can take out the other guys. I'm prioritizing the one in the back because the other Dark Boo's wearing an HP drain and thus has attack -1. He's slightly less threatening, on top of being burned. Alright, there's an attack I'm not 100% consistent on super guarding. So now seems like a good time to heal up. Don't have level 3 just yet. Level 2 is pretty potent. Ow. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this is Switch remake. Sweet Treat. So it only has 2 poison drinks instead of 3, like in vanilla. One very unfortunate thing about this hack is that it doesn't have any music variety. You're going to be hearing this battle theme, and the Hooktail Castle theme, and the Hellberg theme. A lot. Unfortunately, the remake soundtrack isn't like included as a toggle or anything. That's one thing I would have liked to see. But alas. Okay, there's Flurry, finally. I want to show off her new moves. It's going to take a lot of luck to get there because I have to find them, but... yeah, I might as well mention it. I tackled it very briefly, but every partner has gained 2 new moves. In Vanilla, every partner had 4 moves. Being like their base attack, and then one that they start with that costs FP, then one... oh god. There's a stopwatch. One on upgrade to super rank and one on upgrade to ultra rank. And this hack gives each partner 2 new attacks, one of which I was looking for on Bobbery but didn't get it earlier. Oh, that's no good. Bobbery has a chance of randomly disobeying me now and doing... god damn it! Something completely different that I probably don't want. Such as that. And that's why stage hazards are annoying. Unfortunately, Quake Hammer has an exceptionally high chance to trigger stage hazards. It's near guaranteed. Attacks with more oomph have a higher chance to trigger stage hazards. Most of Bobbery's attacks fall under that definition as well. Obviously, Bob-omb Mask is a big one. Oh, whoa! Thanks, that's really good. And like, Power Jump falls under it. Hammer is looking a little low on HP. Power Smash. Most Hammer attacks, in fact. So technically, like, you know, you can control it a little, but there's just some encounters where Quake Hammer is really, really good. Okay, Sweet Tree level 3, that's very good to have. Let's get gold. Moves are divided into certain tiers, with most party members having 2 blue moves, 2 green moves, and 1 red move. That's like the color order and ascending strength, basically. This guy gonna... no. Oh, nice! That's good, okay. I was hoping that would happen. I'm on first move selection, or I guess the first chest you pick up on a partner is going to be you getting that partner with their basic attack in them, and yeah, their basic attack at level 2. I don't like that poison shroom bingo. The first move chest is going to be a choice between the two blue moves. Okay. The second move chest is going to be either a choice between the two green moves, or one green and one blue, like the other blue that you didn't pick. And the third one is going to be guaranteed to be the partner's singular red move. Which in a lot of cases, but not all of them, surprisingly, is their best. For Yoshi Kid, for instance, it's Stampede. For Bobbery, it's a new move called Megaton Bomb, which is actually not that good, I would say. It's pretty funny, and it on paper it deals 20 AoE damage to the field, but to the field meaning you and your partner too in this case. You'd have to like veil or something. Flurry's new moves are really good. They're called Blizzard and Thunderstorm. And I would really like to show them off for this showcase. We'll see if I find enough Flurry chests. But yeah, there's a lot has been done in this hack to freshen up the experience significantly. Like, this is not your old vanilla TTYD. There is a Flurry move. Very good. This hack is actually fairly difficult, I would say. Like, Hooktail Tower you can probably clear without too much prior experience. Gloomtail Tower, you already need to put out some stops. Because the enemies get very threatening later on. You need to be pretty good at super guarding, you need to know what does what, and you need to have accompanied to the changes, or accustomed to the changes from the hack. And then there's EX difficulty, which, oh boy! EX difficulty is another whole step rougher. The mid-boss on 32 grows far more threatening. All enemies have more attack and more HP, and the enemy selection itself is a lot more dangerous. On average, you will face more and stronger enemies. The X difficulty doesn't pull any punches. This guy has 4 defense now. I'm gonna finish with Earth Tremor. Earth Tremor is defense piercing. You really need to know your defense piercing stuff. Because toward the end of the run, basically everything starts having like at least 2 defense, probably more on average, which makes things like Quake Hammer and Fire Drive very good. Power Smash was also merged with Piercing Blow into one batch, so it's stronger than your average hammer and it pierces defense. It's very good. I'm just gonna eat this on the spot. Keep my inventory clean. Take the coin, see what I can buy at the next shop. Yep. Yeah, Earth Tremor level 1's not very powerful. It starts falling behind very quickly. Like I said, Earth Tremor 1 is 4 damage AoE. Healing Fine P is actually, this is a really good combo to have for a showcase, because this is very good protection. I guess it does mean I have to take off Defend Plus, but status protection is really good. And give me Super PLP. What do we have here? We have a Power Plus for 90. This is probably what I want to buy. And the Jelly Ultra should come in handy later. This is Grubba. If I talk to him, every battle will have a Grubba condition from now on. If I clear the condition, I'll get an extra item and double coins. If I don't clear the condition, I get no coins. I don't have enough to equip this right now, do I? I'd have to like unequip return postage or something. I guess I can do it for this battle. There's a move that I really want to have on Bobbery that I don't have yet. It's gonna be best at this, probably Yoshi. Let's see. Take less than... Ooh, PFD down's good. 16 total damage. This guy's a little dangerous because he can inflict sleep. But, wait, I have feeling fine on both party members. There's actually something you can do, if you have the bad Shrink Smash, or something else, some other item or something to, inflict Shrink. You can use Gale Force or Gold to instantly KO the mid-boss, or you can do that. I didn't know Crazy Daisy still had that ability as a mid-boss. Okay, cool. Alright, good mid-boss. It was nice talking. Yeah. So there's two ways of ending a... Well, I guess 2 ways of ending a mid-boss prematurely like that. I'll actually be trying to see if I can get my hands on Shrink Smash for future mid-boss, because they can have up to like 90 HP or something. There's a lot to chew through. But they happen to have both Gulp and Gale Force. Speaking of Gale Force, this encounter is a lot to handle. So I'm going to just try my hand at the lottery. Gale Force has a chance to blow away any enemies instantly. Some being more and some being less susceptible to it. These guys are usually pretty susceptible to it, because they're clouds. That was funny. I've never seen that before. Oh yeah, the PFD down is really good. I'm gonna take the Power Plus out again. Per return. Okay, no, I wouldn't have enough for... Okay, well, never mind. Here's 5 extra bad points. So I'm gonna do this and just get turn postage back in. Or alternatively, both defend plus. Actually, I have started gaining a good amount of stuff. See, now it's like I have 35 badge points already, and it's still not enough for what I want to cover. It do be like that. Ow! This is a Quake Hammer encounter if I've ever seen one. It's going to be dangerous if I leave the shitty Koopas alive. I think I'll just Bombast and hope that it kills everything? I don't think this is going to go. Just between us. Yeah, but Bombast level 1's base power is not actually that high. And this attack's very dangerous because it hits both party members for a lot of damage if I don't super guard it. Ow! Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the opportunity. Like, if you can end a battle in a state like this, like, you know you're gonna get the kill, and you'll have enough sword power for a sweet treat, and you kind of need HP and FP. Like, it takes some time, but it's worth sweet treating usually. This is the reason why I'm not doing this as a showcase, basically, is to actually get to see some of the game and some of the average strats used. Because if I was doing this specifically as a speedrun with the intent to go fast, what we would be doing is just praying for Mega Rush P, and then putting a partner in peril and dealing 15 Gorillion damage and ending every encounter in 1 turn. Which is not interesting at all. That's also why I gave myself a fairly generous estimate here. I want to actually like show off a lot of the changes the hack makes. Take it a little slower here and there. And obviously to account for potential mistakes. Don't use attacks for free turns, that's not going to happen. Some conditions are basically never worth doing. Especially if the reward is mediocre like that. guy's gonna gain defense, but I have plenty of defense piercing stuff. I don't have Power Smash, that's like the cheapest option on average. At least I'll try Power Jump. There is so much happening. There's like, every turn a stage hazard goes off if you use these attacks. It's all ridiculous. If you want to know more about all the behind the scenes stuff about what happens in each battle, stage hazard chance, turn order, etc, etc, I highly recommend taking a peek at JDaster's blog posts about this game. It's called Battle Bits, and it's really insightful if you're into like the, you know, what happens behind the scenes each turn, how mechanics work, how everything's calculated. It's super interesting. He's running like a whole large blog post about all kinds of Mario RPG mechanics like that. Highly recommend taking a peek. This is a little... Emmer's carrying a Defend Plus. I'm trying to do calculations in my head. It's like 4 base, plus 1, minus 1, plus 2. So I end up with 6 on this. I'm going to have to go to level 3. It's not specifically a devlog, although I think he has a little bit of like Tower of Trials dev stuff. It's about TTYD in general, and about like the Mario and Luigi series, for instance. He has a lot of good explanatory posts. I'll intentionally not kill this guy. Get another sweet treat off here, because I'm really hurting for FP right now. And I do have sweet treat free unlocked now, so that's good. Oh yeah, using level 3 on star moves costs more star power and not any additional FP. So there, for instance, you know, level 1 is 1 star power, 2 is 2, 3 is 3. Star power really got gutted in this game. And in this hack, a lot of the balance changes to star moves have made them not very good. The worst defenders are the ones that deal damage, Art Attack and Supernova. First of all, because of the way that star moves are handed out, you don't actually see them much at all. Ow! That hurt. Because you have to have taken at least 2 other star moves before you can even see them. And they cost a lot for less power than in the vanilla game. It's not very good. Poison Bomb. That's the one I was looking for. Do I have anything to heal Mario? I guess I'll use this. My inventory's full anyway. Yeah, the problem is like it takes, I think it's, for Art Attack for instance, it's 4 SP to use and does 2 damage per circled enemy. Okay, hold on. Put all the explanations on hold. We have a problem. And its name is Iron Cleft. This is a new enemy in this hack, and it is incredibly dangerous. What do I do here? So the guy in the back right there, that's an Iron Cleft. He takes 1 damage from every damage source. He has very high attack, especially the later you go. And he's immune to fire. He's immune to a whole bunch of things. He cannot be flipped like a normal Cleft, and he does not take any damage from super guarding. This guy's your worst nightmare if you don't have a good way to deal with him. Power Bounce, if you have Spike Shield, shuts him down pretty well, but despite not being a mid-boss or a boss, he has a power bounce cap of 5. So even that, if you encounter several in one encounter, they're very difficult to deal with. I have lost many runs to them. They are basically a clef without major weaknesses, and all of the attack and defense to back it up. Let's get Quake Hammer level 3. It's actually pretty good AoE. If you're not prepared to deal with them, then you will have to just super guard them for like 5 turns in a row if it comes down to it. Which, again, 3 frames. And if there's several in one battle, then good freaking luck. Like, in the 50s, you're going to be taking like 10 damage off of every single time you don't super guard them. They're easily the most dangerous normal enemy you can encounter. So I hope that's the only one we see in the run, but I wouldn't count on it. Now, what was I explaining before? I got so rudely interrupted. I'm sure I'll remember at some point. I think I was talking about how star power was gutted. The way star power is offered to you is you start with Sweet Treat and Earth Tremor, as I've mentioned. And you will only be offered star power... You'll only be offered star moves that you actually have enough star power to use. So you will first be offered Power Lift and Clock Out interchangeably. Then Sweet Feast and Showstopper, and only then can you actually get to the attacking ones. And most star moves have been adjusted such that they're weaker in vanilla at base when you pick them up. So a lot of them just aren't worth anymore. Like, Power Lift has been significantly gutted. Art Attack Supernova, as I've mentioned. Showstopper is not really worth using. Clockout is very situational, as it always was. Really, that catches my eye. Not that I have the coins for much in the first place. Could be Poison Bomb's first chance to shine, depending on what this is. Actually, does that work? Unsure. I guess there's no way to find out but to try. I don't know if he's too high up for Poison Bomb. How many floors are there in this? There's 64. Hooktail's Tower, the one you start the game on, is 32. And then this one is 64. The X difficulty is also 64. Except it's 64 much more difficult floors. Let's see if that connects. So Poison Bomb is one of Bobber's new moves in this hack. It's Bomb Squad, except actually good. The bombs are poisonous, and they will inflict an enemy with poison when they detonate. What's my next move? I don't have Lip Lock or anything. Oops can't do much. Yoshi doesn't have the... Actually, he has defense down, so Yoshi can do something. The thing about poison is, in vanilla it's basically worthless. It's the same as burn, 1 damage every turn. However, as I've mentioned, most status effects have been adjusted here. And in the case of poison, that means it works more like toxic poison from Pokemon and grows more potent each turn. And it racks up fairly quickly and does really high damage amounts eventually. So on tanky mid bosses, it's a really good choice. Need to be able to position the bombs correctly. going to sweet trade level 3 right here. I was going to do it first thing, but I barely didn't have enough star power. We're doing pretty well on pace. That said, everything can change in an instant in this hack. You can go into any floor very confidently and just be smashed by like a combination of bad items on the enemies or stage hazards. More often than not. If I run into 3 iron cliffs at once, for instance, which can happen, it's going to be a bit of a thing. Or like an encounter made of wizards and bros. I'm just gonna defend with Mario on this one. Battle should be over soon. So now this guy's gonna take a lot of poison damage. And now we can just finish him. Wait, he does have his defense back. That's worn off. There we go. Now we're basically done right here. Oh, come on. I hate it when it hits you with 2 stage hazards in a row, because you never see it coming. I always like, as soon as I super guard of one, like zone out. This way I'm gonna have to use the heal blocks, so just do this to finish up. And we're ready to go into the next set. This game has a lot of interesting challenges as well. There's an achievement board which functions similarly to the one in... I think I've heard a lot of people compare it to Kirby Air Ride. Where it's like you start in the middle of a big board with unlocking your first achievement for completing Hooktail's Tower for the first time. And that like reveals what the surrounding 4 achievements are. So you can go and tackle those, and then you uncover more of the board as you go. It's that kind of system. There's 80 achievements in total. I'm gonna give it away. There's 4 hidden ones that are pretty obtuse. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Like this game, just going for maximum completion. Took me nearly to the 100-hour mark. There's also... I'll show this off later. Oh god. I'll show this off later if I happen to have the time. That stopwatch is threatening. But the game keeps track of basically everything you do. It has a lot of statistics and stuff. Hold on. That was like 15 damage to 0 that I just reduced right there. And I super good at the freaking meteorite even. Now the Chain Chomp just needs to die. Wait, they're immune to explosions, aren't they? What do I do? This Chain Chomp needs to die, or else I am dead. He's not going to die to Gale Force, realistically. Shoot. This is a pickle. He's not going to run from the Fright Mask either. He has 4 defense, man. What am I gonna do? I didn't think I'd come up short of options. I don't want to use the boost sheet here. This encounter is extremely dangerous. Wait, I'm literally a fool. I have both Feeling Fine badges equipped. How do I keep forgetting this? It's because I, like, never ever equip them, usually. They rarely show up. Yeah, that's no trouble at all. Ugh, forgive me. This is my first time in, like, 70 hours of playtime having both of these badges equipped. Now the Yux is actually the most problematic thing. What am I gonna do against him? From this point on, things are starting to get really spicy, as you can tell. I can try and gulp the change on. That's maybe my best option here. Oh, no! Okay, whatever. This is a little dangerous. I need to get rid of these dudes. He's preparing for an ultimate attack when he has all 4 mini Yuxes out. I'm just going to spend a million FP this battle. This has not gone in my favor, but... Looks like we got a result. Fully. Oh god. I don't have any good AoE on my partners, unfortunately. I'm just gonna keep blasting away with bombast. Oh man, this fight has been a mess. I'm sure there have been more efficient ways to tackle it. It was like the first turn that was all deciding. I'll let him do his thing. I'll bomb S next turn and then go for the kill. Go. Okay. Whew. Alright. Good lord! I didn't realize that guy had that much defense, which is why I went for power bounds. Oh man, okay. You can always use more badge points. There's a lot of ways in which you can customize your run as well, if desired. Some things will, unfortunately, lock you out of achievements. But you can, for instance, customize enemy HP and attack. This would be like a nightmare and kind of without feeling fine, Jesus. You can customize enemy HP and attack to a great degree. Make them have like 5% of their HP, 50%, 200%. 1000%. It's always in increments of 5. You can basically decide how threatening you want the enemies to be. You can select your starting items. You can select starting badges. You can turn off stage hazards, although this is not allowed in the RTA rule sets for speedruns, sadly. Wish it was. Need some FP. You can customize the number of chests on each floor. You can do all kinds of things. I can show it off later as well. There's a huge list you can like set pre-run to customize your experience entirely. It's very good. A lot of them you have to unlock through getting achievements. Like, most of the things you unlock through achievements are cosmetics, but There's a bunch of like tower run options as well. I think this should suffice. Nice lucky. 12.5% by the way. Oh, now it's like... I don't know if it's multiplicatively or additively, but now it's like... above 50%. And he summoned a new guy. Wait, actually, okay, there's a couple of things that can thankfully remove fog. Gale Force is one of these things. Right. It didn't do anything, but it did remove the stage hazards. Bobbery's Appeal does it if you want to do it for no FP cost. Come on, man, what is going on? Flurry's Gale Force is mentioned. The Ice Storm item does it. And Flurry's new moves, Blizzard and Thunderstorm, do it. Yeah. We're finally at a reasonable junction again. Good lord. Cool. Once both poison shrooms have passed, you can just kind of fire away. It was actually the firing was suddenly nerfed in Tower of Trials. You can only have 3 stars on the field at a time to toss. So you can't just mash away like in vanilla. But it's still not that hard to get everything. Alright. Well, I hit the 12.5% again. Place your bets. Okay. Thank goodness. Evasion is like the worst thing ever. Unfortunately, this game does not have evasion clause. Like I said, you can turn stage hazards off, but there's nothing you can do against Pretty Lucky and Lucky Day. There are moves that ignore evasion entirely. All star moves do. I don't actually know if it's literally anything else. But yeah, like Earth Tremor, Art Attack, and Supernova, even if the enemy has like a boost sheet up or something, they'll take care of it. Okay, having decent Gale Force luck right here, very nice. All or Nothing P is an attack boost for all partners. That's very good. What do I even take out? I don't have enough BP, no! It's fine. I'll look for another chest with BP. Oh, goodness. I'm starting to run low on FP again. Do I want to use this now? Feels like a bit of a waste. What can I do against this? My best bet is probably to drag Gale Force. Gale Force becomes really strong in the later floors because just instantly removing enemies from the encounter is really good. Although, now that I look at the encounter itself, this is actually not hugely threatening because I can just knock over the Dark Koopa Troll and immobilize it. So now I need a way to take care of the Firebro. It's probably just gonna have to be like Power Jump into Body Slam. Ow. The meteor, there's certain stage hazards that only get unlocked as you progress through the game. You get, so if you know from vanilla, the mechanic where, once you reach certain level thresholds, like the stage grows bigger and you can have more of an audience. That's tower progression in this run. Like, I think it's every 16 floors, your stage grows. So now I have the biggest one, and I can have 200 people in the audience at once. I'm gonna take this time to just set up a good sleep streak. That also unlocks certain stage hazards. Like, a lot of them aren't initially there. I don't know specifically what gets unlocked when, but I do know that the largest stage unlocks the big meteorite that rolls across the stage. Cool. And the Bowser statue. Which the Bowser statue can also cause confusion. That's the status effect. Not to be confused with Dizzy. That's the status effect that, can cause... Like, you select an action and, it does an entirely different one. That's, like, the nasty one. Dizzy is just, like, minus 50% evasion. Or accuracy. Okay. Now let's break the sky wide open. There's an achievement in-game for doing, Oh, wait, because he got booed by the audience. There's an achievement in the game for doing 20 damage or more on freeze break. So in other words, doing 10 damage on an enemy while he's frozen. Like, a lot of the mechanics that were changed in Tower of Trials have had that pointed out in achievements, basically. A lot of the cool new synergies and stuff and little tidbits you can do. You usually unlock, like, Yoshi colors, sound effects, Mario colors, stuff like that. There's a lot of variety. It's like, you have do a run without jumping or hammering, do a run without picking up any partners, do a run, I'm trying to think. There's some really difficult ones, like finish a run at 1 HP, 1 FP, and 1 BP. It's one of the most obnoxious ones in the game. Do a run with all of your moves at the maximum potential level. Etc, etc. Oh, true, I did just get extra BP, didn't I? That's right. Thank you. I'm glad someone's paying attention, because it's not me. I was gonna equip this. Do I have anything for 1, or anything else that I want to equip? Another perfect power actually wouldn't be bad. I'm gonna unequip this. Perfect power is not a bad spell in vanilla. Perfect power gives +1 attack at full HP. So it's the opposite to Power Rush, basically. This is going to be Stampede, which is pretty nice. That's good AoE for Yoshi. I do have enough for a heal here, but I don't actually need much. Like a Honey Shroom would almost top me off. A Maple Super would actually do nicely. I do want the Power Punch for later as well. That's really good for the final boss of the run. A lot of items have also been changed to more interesting functions. Like you see right here, the Meteor Meal recovers star power over time too. A lot of them have been set apart in various ways. I can't recommend this hack enough. It's a really cool, fresh TTOID experience. After having played many hours of the vanilla game on the Switch and on the GameCube, this was still like an entirely new thing, basically. There's so much new stuff to explore. Okay, what do we have here? It's an Ice Puff. I had Shrink Smash, right? Yes. So now I could try using Gale Force to just blow this guy away. I actually kind of want to show that off. It's a little cheesy, of course, but it's a like new synergy added by the game. I just need this guy to go down. Okay. It's going to have low chance to actually work, I think, at level 1, but we did get it. Let's see if this works now. Shrink Slash is one of those where higher level means higher chance of the additional status effect. Nice. And there you have it. If I hadn't already gotten the achievement, I would get it now. This is a bit of a tough one. I would like more HP from Mario, not partner. I think I'll take... This should be Power Smash. I have been looking for it here and there. Because Power Smash is, as I said, basically Piercing Blow. It's a way more BP, or way more FP efficient option than some other defense piercing moves. Oh, it's a Fuzzy Parade. Mario has a lot of attack now at full HP. Let's see if Gale Force is helpful to us here. Could have also tried Stampede, maybe. I think my partner also gained a decent bit of attack. These aren't that dangerous. Who do we take out? Normal enemies don't have a power bounce cap, but it eventually becomes frame perfect pretty quickly. Wait, I'm electrified. How are you? Okay. I was gonna say. I'm actually curious. I'm going to take this turn to heal FP and then see how much Stampede does. I'm curious what the base damage on that is now, because it could come in handy later. Oh, not the big flower. Getting higher levels on the... Wait, I still have... I see, that's why I was having trouble doing it. Whoops! I may or may not have the incorrect input profile in. T. It's fine. Yeah, we can clean this up. Actually, Stampede is 5. Can I do it a little more efficiently? It kind of all comes down to 5, doesn't it? Oops. Yep. It's fine. It should only be like that move and a handful of other. Like I think it's just L that's mapped to the incorrect button. Everything else has been proceeding smoothly. Whoops. Yeah, Stampede actually does quite good damage on a field that has no defense, which isn't that common. Oh. Okay. Bob-ombs are interesting, because you can get rid of them pretty easily. When they're angered, then the next hit will just send them charging at you, and if you super guard, then that's the end of that. If you fail to super guard, though, it's like, at this point it's like 20 damage or something. We're in the final 8 floors. Like, this guy right here is 10 attack. He's probably gonna use that Dizzy Dial, though, and not do anything. Whew, okay. Getting quite good encounters here. Haven't been walled by anything yet. We have Earth Gemmer level 2 at long last. We can do 6 AoE damage. Bombast 2 should serve me well. The need arises. Spin Jump is also really good on the basis that it gets you more first strike damage, basically. There comes a point, unfortunately, where encounters are a little hard to fight ethically. So like right here, you're seeing me use Gale Force a whole lot. Because it just removes enemies from the battle entirely at a pretty decent chance. There's other ways of like... But Gale Force does it, for instance. Showstopper technically does it, but that's not usually worth. But there's also things like... you can just nuke encounters more or less by using... Ow. Okay, thank goodness. Things like, Fire Drive level 3 into, I don't know, Stampede level 3 or something. To just have that much attack power that the enemies can't handle it. Or you like Quake Hammer to flip over half the encounter if it's like Koopa Trolls and Dark Bristles and stuff. There's some cheese tactics you can apply here and there to just get rid of enemies entirely or immobilize them. And like, we're at the point where enemies have like between 15 and 25 HP. So... I really need FP back, speaking of which. Might be the point to use the Jelly Ultra, because Mario's also missing some attack now, because he's not at full HP. Because of perfect power. Another really good move on Flurry is Blizzard, and I really did want to show that one off. Blizzard and Thunderstorm are both very cool moves. Thunderstorm is a very skill-based move as well. So Blizzard is basically, it's AoE damage, defense piercing, and it has a chance to cause freeze. That's not a good Gale Force. Okay, that was a little overkill. I just wanted to make sure he died. Oh, I'm gonna get my attack lowered. Wait, no! Right, wait, feeling fine. I keep forgetting. And Thunderstorm is like, if you know the book climbing minigame in Mario Party DS, think of the action command as like that. Like, you rotate A, B, X, Y. The more times you can do it in like, 5 seconds or something, the stronger the move ends up. It has a cap, but the cap's really hard to reach. There's an achievement for getting a great rating on it. It's actually pretty difficult. Look at this Koopa Troll with 15 attack! Ow. Yeah, this is what I mean. Now I've lost a lot of attack, but I can still kill the Batch Bandit this turn. Like, you're really just looking to protect yourself from attacks as best as possible. Wipe out as many encounters, as many enemies in the encounter on turn 1 as you can. Because you're not taking many hits. Everything at this point does a ridiculous amount of damage. I will take... I do really want to heal before Gloomtails. I will take the coins, I think. That should be enough to pay for the heal block on 63. See, I do have a Bombast level 3 now, and I have some decent FP to spend, so... Perhaps this will be a good choice. Oh, there's an Amazy Daisy, hello. These guys are here too. They don't have a practical use, because there's no such thing as EXP here. So you're just hoping for them to run. If they don't run, good freaking luck. They are exceptionally likely to run at low HP, but they're not guaranteed. Okay, well that's fine too. Because these guys do 20 damage by default. As in vanilla. Look at that, 23. In the vanilla game, like, if you saw them in the pit or something, you can just, like, supernova into Bombast and they're gone. Because nothing can withstand that, but here you don't start with star power, so... Yeah. Yeah, and they have 1 defense, in case it matters. At this point, 1 defense is not that much, but you know. There. Ah. Where are we? 61. So the next one is the Lost Encounter. I'm going to take this opportunity to heal up Mario again. Because he could die in 1 hit from whatever's coming up. How much FP do I have? 11. I should be able to go for an all-out strike here. With Bombast. Bombast free is 10, so... Oh, wait. But Bombast would blow these guys up in my face instantly. I think not in a way that I want. So... I guess I'll use Gale Force, fine. Piranha Plants have extremely low susceptibility to Gale Force, but even Bob-Bombs are decent. Well... Okay. That's not. So the bad guy is going to use the boost sheet. The Piranha's most likely going to use the pudding. And Flurry's in the front, and Bob-Bombs can only attack the front party members. I'm not actually too worried. In fact, I'm going to anger this guy. And then hopefully just Super Guard with Flurry. He's going to do like 16 damage, but I'll chance it. Ow. I didn't get the first one because he didn't charge up. That surprised me, but I did get the second. Okay, now we just go all out. It's not actually perfect timing. Most action commands are pretty lenient, especially the vanilla ones. I don't really have any use for a new Bobbery move, actually. It is just a funny phrasing. There's actually a setting in the game that you can configure pre-tower run, where vanilla has these badges called Simplifier and Unsimplifier, and I don't really have any use for either of these. They basically make action commands easier or more difficult, respectively. You can turn on up to 3 unsimplifiers, and then it actually, like, some things actually do become pretty perfect, but sure, I'll take the strawberry cake. This is the last floor, so I get to spend everything. But yeah, otherwise it's not that tight. There's an achievement for doing a free unsimplifier run as well, and it's actually not easy. We're pretty well prepared, all things considered. I have a lot of good items. The boost sheet's pretty important. Let's see what badges I can unequip. I don't need Spike Shields. I probably won't benefit much from Lucky Start. I don't benefit basically at all from Return Postage. And I'll take out Super Appeal P too. I'm giving Mara pretty low defense by doing this, but... I guess I can put on a bunch of defend pluses. Okay, first move of the battle is going to be Poison Bomb for me, so... yeah, we're over here. Just the boss and us. So as said before, this is going to be Gloomtail, the middle of the dragon siblings. Gloomtail has 160 HP, which is double what Hooktail has, and 40 less what Bonetail would have. And he has quite a few more attacks. He also has breaths that inflict status effects, but thankfully that's not a worry this time. The hitbox is over there somewhere by the claw, so I'm throwing the bombs pretty far. First order of business is going to be reducing the defense to 0. We're going to accumulate a lot of poison damage here. Hopefully. Yes, see that? I'm just the star power is just flowing in. Now what? Actually, I'm not sure. Stampede should do a lot of damage. Although I don't have the higher levels unlocked, sadly. Like, Yoshi got almost nothing. It's fine. Oh, the Power Punch! I really ought to be using the Power Punch on Yoshi. That was a mistake. I guess I'll take this turn just straight. The next turn, Mara should use the Power Punch on Yoshi, and Yoshi should Stampede. How many more Poison Shroom Bingos am I gonna get? It's right there again. I don't like that. Yeah, on the normal Hooktail Tower, you would fight Hooktail here. It's not very threatening. She has her Claw attack, Breath, and rarely she bites. Gloomtail has a lot more dangerous breaths, and at low HP he gets his Mega Breath. On EX difficulty, you fight Gloomtail and then Bonetail back to back, which is pretty rough and requires a bit of a different approach. You definitely want things with more longevity, things that like recover HP and FP over time. Should do a lot. Because now attacks 50% higher. Okay. I'm so scared, man. Poison Shroom Bingos are really bad. Usually Bingos are good, but not Poison Shroom Bingos. They basically cut all my stats in half. Oh, he has defense again. I might want to take this turn to set up more poison bombs for the future. The Mara needs to heal up again. Yeah. Is that the right call? Ow. Thank you. How nice. Yoshi retains the huge status, so I'm gonna bring him back in. Ow. Only attacks you must be able to spawn with no avoiding in RPGs might be why I can't get into their gameplay. I mean, how you deal with attacks varies from... Ah, shoot, that one's a hard one to super guard. Varies from game to game, pretty greatly. But yeah, this is one where you can't... Well, you can super guard everything, but it's not like you can move around on the battlefield and like strike from a distance to avoid attacks or something. Here it's just can you hit the pre-frame input, and yeah, it gets very risky later on. And that discrepancy between normal guarding and super guarding, like, it doesn't really matter if you take 15 damage or 14 damage to the Fate, but it does matter if you take 15 or 0 damage. That's something I feel could have been changed with the balance in this hack, but alas. Discrepancy just grows huge. If I play this correctly, I think I should be able to get him to the next big threshold here. I'm a little scared though. I'll use the boost sheet on Mario this turn. Even though I basically think he's guaranteed to do what I think he's going to do. But I'll do it nonetheless, just to be safe. Oh yeah. This is when he charges his Mega Breath at low HP. Mario's not going to be affected by it. And I'll have a different partner tank it as well. Oh yeah, wait, right! Bobbery got booed! So he's gonna be able to avoid this as well. Nice. Let's see? Can I just blow him up with this? I wonder if I have enough attack. To just finish this here. Now. No, not quite. He's gonna die from the poison. Alright, and that's the run basically. Time is going to end when the screen fades here and the transition happens. The in-game timer will stop down there as well. It basically came in right at the estimate, so that's nice. That's time. Good stuff. I could have Megatoned, but Megaton takes a while to detonate. I would have needed to, like, stall out another couple turns. The boost sheets would have worn off. Yeah, you get your in-battle time up there, which is pretty nice. A couple of other things for run verification, and you get a whole bunch of stats presented to you right here. Which is really cool. 51 supercards, that sounds about right. You also get splits for how much time you spend in each chamber. It's pretty cool. Like, this hack was definitely made for speedrunning in mind. Well, a lot of things were added with speedrunning in mind in this hack. You can also, if you want, you can unlock all the run options and stuff right away by naming your file race mode. And just get right into speedrunning if you want to do that. Or just like do friendly races with people. The leaderboard isn't very active, unfortunately. It's it's actually basically just me and like a couple really old runs on Hooktail Tower. I've had runs sitting in the verification queue for a long time now. But yeah, it's really cool. This game has a lot to offer. Like you can see, I've maxed the in-game playtime. You have so many things that you can do, like you can toggle various things on and off, take items into the tower if you want, start with select moves. Again, you can customize looks, sounds, everything. There's so much in this game. I'll quickly go over the achievement menus and stuff as well. This is where you start the board basically, and then like the surrounding stuff gets revealed. And eventually you work your way through here. This game has a really, really good achievement system. There's like a move compendium that tracks every move you've used, if you've used it at a certain level, and if you have the stylish command for it. All the items are just tracked. Catalog, of course. Every batch you've obtained. Like, you can look up any information about stuff as well, including like all the level-specific benefits. And a whole bunch of stats. Like, this game, I could play this game for many more days to come. It's really good. I can only highly recommend it to any roguelike and or TTYD enjoyers. You'll have plenty to chew through. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the run, the end of the showcase. We are right about on estimate, so I won't stall for too much longer. I'll be back in the marathon one more time on Fish Out of Water, which will be very exciting. I'll be playing something I don't know at all there. Make sure to tune in for that tomorrow. Other than that, we have plenty more amazing runs. And yeah, make sure to tune in for the rest.
Yeah, thanks for playing this. It was a pretty bountiful fan game, and it seems like a well-built roguelike with all the extra stuff you can check out, so hopefully some people take inspiration to play this and fill the leaderboards.
I'd love to see you there.
Alright, next up we will have Doom the Golden Souls Remastered in a little bit. Doom Fangame, which suspiciously looks like some Mario action from what I remember. So stay tuned, we'll be back shortly.